What influences that spark of romantic interest when you first meet someone? Most of us are unlikely to become Australia's next bachelor or bachelorette, but speed dating may offer a solid second option for meeting that special someone. But with only a few minutes to make a good impression and to be impressed, what separates the duds from the studs? Data was gathered from 4,194 women and 4,184 men participating in experimental speed dating events, during which the participants had a 4-minute date with 10 to 22 people of the opposite sex. Matches for a second date were determined by agreement from both parties. This chart shows that most participants were aged between 20 and 30, with slightly more women than men in their late 20s and slightly more men in their early 20s. The number of participants trailing off in the 30s and only a few in their 40s and 50s. So what's the key to finding a match? Is it all in the attitude? This chart looks at the proportion of matches with the participants' expectation that they would be happy with the people they met during speed dating. A slight increase in trend can be observed for those with a more optimistic outlook. How about self-confidence? Those that expected more people to be interested in them were generally rewarded with a higher proportion of matches. The last chart looks at the proportion of matches dependent on how regularly the participant usually dates and their primary reason for participating in speed dating. The dating frequency categories range from several times a week to almost never, with most participants dating once a month or less. The intention for speed dating was predominantly to have fun or meet people, although there were still a few there just to give it a go or with a more serious hope of finding a date or a relationship. Women that either almost never dated or dated regularly, twice to several times a week, but were just looking to have fun at the speed dating events tended to find a match. For men that matched, there was more variation in intent, although most were looking to meet people, and again, those that either almost never dated or dated regularly seemed to match. So in conclusion, it would seem that when it comes to success in speed dating, confidence is key, although an optimistic attitude doesn't hurt. And for those that don't date much, don't worry. As long as you're out there to have a good time and meet people, the prospects are looking up.